Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel. Now, we are free to play. Yes, we're free to play. We haven't played this account in such a long time. So I went back to it and I thought, you know what? I fancy playing some free to play tanks, or my free to play account. So we are on our second line. Now, those of you that have been keeping up with this series, it's been a long time since I've done an episode in this free to play series. But we've already got our Leopard 1, and the second line we're moving up to is the E100. So of course we are on the E75. Now with this account I've got less than 1,000 battles. I've got 900, just over 900 battles. So we are coming up against sort of the not the newer players, but players that don't have that many battles. We don't come up against bots anymore. We've never actually come up against bots in this account. Now, those of you that know, with the new matchmaking for newer players, when you join the game, you come up against a certain amount of bots for a certain amount of time. But because I created this account before and started playing it sort of before all this happened, I've never actually come up against bots on this this account. I do come up against the newer players, but not against actual bots. So we are on the E75 now. I've got the E75 fully upgraded. The cruise skill is on 98%, so almost at 100%. And on a free to play account, on a new account, the E75 is an absolute beast. And those people around, now I've said this for a long time, where people always say the game is pay to win, you can't win unless you pay, is absolute nonsense. It really is. Of course it does help with the new matchmaking system, where you do come up against sort of players with the same kind of battles, but that doesn't always happen. Sometimes you still come up against the players with thousands and thousands of battles. But yeah, it's definitely, and I've always said it, it's definitely a free to play game. Yes, there are some tanks out there that is kind of pay to win. Smasher, for example, T22 maybe, the Object 268 version 4. So there is some OP overpowered tanks out there, but overall the game is definitely not a pay to win game. You can do just fine without spending any money on this game. Now, to be honest, it's more difficult trying to earn the credits on a new account than it is. I worry about earning credits more than I worry about overpower tanks. Like on a new account, it's a lot harder. So yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about a new account, is the credits. Now, of course, on my main account, I've had so much credits. Like I've had 200, 300, 400 million credits, and when you've got all the tanks, you've just got nothing to do with them credits. So I wasted them. I literally wasted all my credits back in the crates, the Christmas fair or whatever it was, what you could use, because I had nothing else to use them for. But on a new account, yeah, credits are quite difficult, especially when you're not buying premium time, you're not buying premium tanks. Now, I do have some premium tanks that I got lucky with. I've got the 50 TP, which I grinded with when that event was out. I managed to get the 50 TP, which is all you need. All these premium tanks coming into the game, some people pay to win. You don't need to spend any money in the game, and we've talked about it before. There are plenty of free tanks that Wargaming gift to people. They gift enough free tanks for people to cope without having to spend any money on the game. And of course, not just that, but you can also utilize the game modes. So which is what I pretty much did when I was grinding the Leopard. When I sort of got to the RU251 and the Leopard PTA, I would then go to game modes like Mad Games, play the tank stock, because you also earn the XP that for the tank, and you also earn credits. So it's a brilliant way if you are a new free to play player and a newish kind of player. You don't just have to suffer in these normal game modes if you're losing credits, if you're not got premium time. Of course, there's always ways you could do missions, etc. Even the battle battle pass, you don't have to buy the battle pass. You can still get freebies from the battle pass. That is enough to get by. Yes, you're not going to get the tank that they offer you in the battle pass, but you're still going to get enough freebies to make do. So we are on the E75 now. I'm in no rush to get the E100. I'm not too bothered about getting the E100 on my free-to-play account. I'm looking at starting another line on before I get to the E100. I am looking at starting another line. I've still got some way to go for the E100. I'm not quite sure how much XP I've got left to go, but we'll check after this game. But I'm not too bothered about getting the E100. So what do you guys want? What do you guys want? What line should I grind next on a free-to-play account? Now, I've got the heavy because I've got the E75. I've got the medium tank. So I am thinking something different, like a light tank or a tank destroyer. So let me know what you want, a light tank or a tank destroyer, and what line should I grind. But you can see, very easy ace there for me. I've done 4.5k damage. And we're just going to have a look at the team and what I mean about the players. So 3,000 games, no bots. This guy's 5,000, so we're still coming up against the players with some amount. Again, probably a re-roll there. And moving down the list, we've got 1,500 battles, so not a lot, 2,000. And then we've got 3,000. So yeah, I mean, this is what I mean. None of them are bots, but yeah, they're not the best of players. Because either they're new players or some of them might be re-rolls. And that's the thing now, if you are looking at grinding a new free-to-play account, you've also got to remember, yes, you might come up against bots, but you're also going to come up against a lot of people that are doing the same thing you're doing, because there are so many people out there that have reset or they've created another account. Yeah, they might buy tanks. A lot of people do create another account to buy tier 10s and then just farm on these bad players. And you can notice that when they've got an average of like 4,500 damage with only 50 battles. So you're going to come up against people that are doing the same thing as you. So bear that in mind if you do look at these free-to-play accounts or free-to-play games, thinking, yeah, I'm gonna create an account because I want to come up against these bad players or not so experienced players. And of course the bots, but you've also got to bear that in mind, that you're going to come up against some good players as well. Some players might be just moving over from, say, NA to EU or EU to NA or Asia. So yeah, so you're going to come up against good players as well. But one thing for sure, on a free-to-play account, this tank here, the E75, is absolutely brilliant. It really is a nice tank. I mean, it's one of the best tier 9s anyway, even without being a free-to-play account. But yeah, with an account on a free-to-play account or on a new account, coming up against people that don't have their battle count and don't have the experience, the E75 is almost perfect. It is almost perfect, especially in a tier 8 game. So far this game, we've got 2 tanks down. This ST, we already can see he's not so experienced, and he is now gone. But we've got a lot of guys coming. We've got a lot of guys coming around, and even on this account, them being newer players, I'm still scared, because there's a lot of tanks coming around, and 2 medium tanks, a light tank. We're already on 2.3k damage, so we've already done our job. We've already done our job. Now, I was about to back up, but then I noticed that the waffle is also still there. So I thought, you know what? No, I'm gonna stay. That there was unfortunate. I had to snap that. I've got no choice. I had to snap that because he did take a shot and he was backing up. So it was either snap it and hope for the best, or he's just going to stay alive anyway. So we went for the HE there for the Leopard. The VK100 has come to help. It is a 3 versus 5. We are losing on supremacy points. Now, it is a bit I do get a bit trolled in a moment with some of my shots. But yeah, that's just that's what it is. Some tanks out there, or most tanks, you're gonna have shots where you should hit and you miss, and you're also gonna have shots that you should miss but you hit. So far we've bounced 900 damage and we're on 3.1k damage, and you can see I wanted to go for the lower hit point tanks. I wanted to clear that guy, and I also really want to clear this Cheesy. He's a big target of mine and I really want to clear him, so we're gonna switch to the APCR because I don't want to bounce, and we do manage to take him out. So far we're on 2 kills, 3.2k damage and 1200 block damage. But this Vickers is very dangerous, and it is now just me and this VK last alive against 3 tanks. Now I'm in a situation now where I don't really want to chase this Pantera, because if I start chasing him, I'm going to have the Vickers behind. But we have to start doing something. We have to start clearing some of these tanks, because we are losing on supremacy points and they're just going to win even if they run away. The Pantera right now can just run away and there's going to be nothing that we can do about it. So of course I want to go for the kills as well, and there goes that guy. And with the Tiger being here and the Vickers being here, I no longer want to, I have to take these guys out. And of course I'm going to go for the Vickers. No idea where that shot went. That really annoyed me, because that would bring him down to a 1-shot, and this could also take the game to and put us in the advantage. But no, wasn't to be. But we do manage to take care now of that Tiger. So yes, we're still losing on supremacy points. I'm now in a bad situation because I'm a 1-shot to this Vickers and I'm probably going to die. But we do manage to get that shot to now bring him down to a 1-shot. We're still losing on supremacy points. I'm going to back up, and this is where I get really trolled. I've bounced 1700 damage. He's going to come down and going to shoot. It's going to miss. I'm like, no, what have I just done? I have just ruined this game, and we're now going to lose thanks to me. Not what I want to be at. I didn't want to be in that situation. But thankfully, the VK is doing the right thing. I didn't think he's going to do the right thing, but he's actually capping the base, which there could be a chance we could overtake on supremacy points, but it's going to be very close. Is he going to get the shot? Is he going to get shot? I don't know what happens there. He didn't even take the shot, but he gets a bounce. I thought he was going to start pushing, and when I'm watching this, I didn't think it was going to be a win, but thankfully the VK100 came to save the day. So yeah, it's a free to play account. Haven't spent any money. Everybody out there, you don't have to spend money on this game if you don't want to. You can get by without spending any money at all. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know what line you want me to grind next, either a light tank line or a tank destroyer line. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I'm meadsy69, and I will catch you all soon. Bye bye.